Hello and welcome to the first period intermission report. I'm Carla Bombard, joined by Cori Crenshaw. How are you doing tonight? I haven't seen you in a while.
I know, I took a short break off, but now I'm back and I'm so excited to be here. This Texas A&M series with ASU has been a great one so far, and it's going to be an exciting one tonight. I can feel it.
I can feel it too. Unfortunately, it's at 0-0 right now. No one's on the scoreboard just yet. So have you seen anything different from tonight for the Devils?
Well, Texas A&M is primarily what I want to talk about right now. Their defense is much better than it was tonight. They weren't pushing the Devils back into their zone nearly as much as they have been tonight. That is a big improvement that they had since last night. However, the first period was still slow last night too. The only goal was scored by Scott Farr, and they couldn't get anything else started in that first period. However, in the next few periods, they started getting it going really, really fast, so we don't know what to expect.
Well, the one thing I noticed yesterday was that I mentioned the Devils needed to improve on their checks. They weren't finishing their checks at all, but tonight they definitely have improved on that, because I've noticed at least multiple times that in the corners, you know, when the puck could be on the other side of the ice, they're finishing their checks and you can hear it. They're coming out hard tonight, really, really hard, and I love seeing that because that's what they're known for, and it hasn't really shown in the past couple of games, but tonight you can really see it.
Yeah, it seems to be a much more physical game tonight. They're all gathering around the net, and they're really hashing it out. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of F-bombs flying everywhere. We've been really hearing everything tonight. They're giving it all they got. I think a little bit of their pride at Texas A&M was really kind of crushed last night, so they're coming out and they're angry. They're fighting tonight.
They're fighting tonight, I can see that. So then what are you expecting for the second period?
I'm really expecting some more fight out of them. But at the same time, I know these Devils are a little bit cocky and they don't like to lose. So, and especially Leclerc, he's going to go in there and he's going to tell them that how much they did last night, they need to do the same exact tonight.
Tonight, 9-0. Maybe let's get them on higher up on those boards, right?
So agreed, Cara. So agreed.
Well, thank you so much for watching. I'm Carla Bombard and Cori Crenshaw.
Thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome into the second period intermission show. The Sun Devils are currently up right now 4-0 over Texas A&M. I'm the guest star, Allison Cummings, alongside my two girls right here, Cori Crenshaw and Carla Bombard. And so guys, last night we saw Arizona State absolutely dominate. They had 9-0, right?
Nothing.
And then we get to the game today. It takes till the second period to score, where it was James Iwazkiw who opened up the period. What went right there?
You know, I think they were trying to get so many bodies in front of the net, and I think they would just try and get the puck in front of it and then open it up, kind of screen the goalie a little bit, and I think after a little bit trying, it worked, and it was a great goal so many times.
The same thing it's the whole thing with them, they were all in the slot and they were all in the right places. That was a big part of this period, but also in the fact that they were working a little bit more on their forecheck. They can have more on their forecheck for sure, because there's a couple times they looked a little bit lazy in that. But really, with them, once they have one goal, they really open it up for the field. They get kind of intimidating after they start going, and they just keep on going from there.
Yeah. And you mentioned the floodgates there, Cori. The floodgates definitely open for one player, and that is Koda Ingbar with 2 goals. And he wants that hat trick. He had that breakaway opportunity. Didn't quite work out for him, but what do you think? Is he going to get that hat trick?
I think he'll get that hat trick. Why not? They're up 4-0 right now. One more period. I think he can easily do it.
He had that third one, and then the goalie gloved it down, and he just didn't end up getting it. But he was really, really disappointed by it, and you could see in his face that he's hungry for it, and he's really going to get it because he wants to be like Brady Morgan last night. I think they have a whole challenge going on with this one, because they're constantly
going on.
Even when they're out of state, they're constantly going, "Who got the hat trick? I got the hat trick."
They should be making bets, like a bet board back there.
I think they should.
Board with like some stickers,
like a nice whiteboard. You know, put all the names down, see who gets the hattie of the night.
I think that's a great idea. They should definitely take that up. I mean, I heard them playing Timber by Kesha the other day.
I think that's the song that gets them really pumped up. I don't know. Maybe.
I think so. We should.
My question is, what is with Electric Avenue?
They should make it Timber. I mean, I think they get really extra excited when they score if it is Timber.
Yeah. Come on, Kesha it up. Isn't she the person that's always like partying it up? Shouldn't she be the one to always celebrate after a goal?
Absolutely. But let's shift gears now to Texas A&M. I mentioned earlier that last night they came in ahead a 9-0 defeat. They're here today. They're playing much stronger. They only gave up 4 so far. So are they out? Do you consider them to be out?
I honestly don't consider them to be out just yet. You never know. It's still, I mean, there's still one more period. They can come back from it. They've really been trying. They have been trying, but we're just trying way harder. And it's showing 4-0 right now.
Their defense was doing much better in that first period, but they are just slowly deteriorating. I'm not sure if it's an endurance thing or if it's a mental thing, but whatever it is, they're kind of getting out of it right now. And the only way to do it is to get themselves back in and keep on every single check that they've had. And they've been missing almost 90% of them.
Oh, yeah.
So they just really need to keep up with their brute and strength through this, and their speed. They've not been able to catch any of our skaters tonight. So that second period really showed a lot.
And they say that the 2-0 deficit is the most dangerous deficit in hockey, so coming back from 4 is going to be a huge fate. But the physicality also picked up there. You know, there's a difference between smart physicality, where it's constructive, and a little bit over the top. And you could kind of see they're getting a little bit frustrated there.
Yeah.
Explain that style of play.
Oh, yeah, you can see it definitely by the net when they got all in together. They just kind of have a little rough pushing and whatnot, but they just need to let it go, 4-0 already, just let it be.
Well, it's kind of like Brady Morgan. He got shoved, and he got the bad side of it. The ref didn't call it, and he comes back to the bench screaming, "They're real good." Like, come on. They're starting to get really angry, and they're starting to get really chippy, and that's
More
not the way we want to
physical,
get to it.
physical.
And we mentioned a bet board, so for the very last question, we're going to have a little bet board right now. What are your predictions for how the game's going to end?
I want to say that it'll end with maybe like 6-0 ASU. I'm feeling 2 more goals, 2 more.
I'm feeling that the floodgates are open, and they're just going to keep going. That's how this team kind of seems to be looking. Like I said, they're kind of a cocky team. They like to boost their ego as much as they possibly can, and they're definitely going to keep on going tonight.
Right, guys. Well, I maybe see Texas A&M getting 1, maybe 2 goals, but I have ASU taking it away as well. But that means you have to stay tuned for the third period coming right up. The puck's going to drop here in a couple minutes. So for Carla Bombard and Cori Crenshaw, I'm Allison Cummings. Stay tuned.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. I'm here with Kodang Bar, and congratulations on your hat trick.
It was a good
3
game.
goals, 1 assist,
I really
right?
didn't do much.
Okay, that's
I
what
just
I
had a few tap-ins, but I made it pretty easy.
Other than 1 goal, there really wasn't much difference in score, but what was your difference with your team and the physicality tonight?
Well, I think definitely A&M came out more physical than they were yesterday. Kind of stunned us, I think, at first, but I think once we got into the middle of the game, we were all right, and we just stuck to our system, and we ended up with a big win again. So
There seemed to be a lot of penalties and a lot of words exchanged between both you guys and Texas A&M. What was the cause of all of that?
I think maybe just got a little scrappy. I think it's part of the game, so just sticking up for each other and making sure nothing bad happens.
What do you really expect to be coming out of your next series?
I think it's a big weekend against Michigan State. They won the national championship last year, so definitely got to come out strong and play a good team system.
Do you guys still have outlooks to nationals still on your mind?
Definitely. I think that's our main goal. It has been since the start, and definitely our main focus. So that's all we want to be. Just got to keep having good weekends, and we'll be there.
Thank you, and congrats again.
Thank you very much, Cori Crenshaw. Congratulations.